Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of the Futlife Tv Podcast. We have a lot to get into, covering the weekend and the week. A lot of matches, a lot of news, especially in the Premier League. So let's get right into it. In the Premier League over the weekend, we had Arsenal tying Liverpool 3-3, Everton tying Chelsea 0-0, Brighton beating Watford 1-0, Manchester City beating Bournemouth 4-0, Southampton tying Huddersfield 1-1, Stoke City beating West Brom 3-1, Swansea tying Crystal Palace 1-1, Newcastle beating West Ham 3-2, Tottenham beating Burnley 3-0, Leicester tying Manchester United 2-2, Tottenham, and no break for EPL as they had the Boxing Day matches, which are always exciting the day after Christmas, but it kind of sucks because it doesn't give players a chance to recover. The results for those, we had Tottenham beating Southampton 5-2, Bournemouth tying West Ham 3-3, Chelsea beating Brighton 2-0, Huddersfield tying Stoke 1-1, Manchester United tying Burnley 2-2, Watford beating Leicester City 2-1, West Brom tying Everton 0-0, Liverpool beating Swansea 5-0, and Manchester City beating Newcastle 1-0. Like I said, a lot of matches over the weekend and during the week. Manchester City in first place with 58, Manchester United in second with 43, Chelsea in third with 42, Liverpool in fourth with 38, and Tottenham in fifth with 37. All right. Happy holidays, everybody. And if you missed it over the weekend, those were the game and the results for the Premier League. And like I said, they had a Boxing Day match, all the matches the day after Christmas, which is always exciting. Tons of fun, and they did not disappoint. A lot of stuff going on. Man U tied during the weekend and then tied again and against Burnley in the Boxing Day matches. Very bad because they got knocked out of the EFL Cup as well before that. So it's not going so well for Man U right now. And they really need to figure something out. And Jose came out and said they don't spend enough money on players, that they need to spend more money on players. And took some jabs at Man City about how Manchester City spends a lot of money on players, even on defenders, saying that he spends striker money on defenders. Well, I disagree with that to an extent because I think Mourinho and Man U do spend a lot of money, ton of money. They have spent a lot of money, but they just don't have the right players for whatever he's trying to bring there. And the players they've brought, they started out well, but they haven't been performing as well as they should. Mkhitaryan being one of them, Lukaku being the other one. I mean, Lukaku came in for big money, and he hasn't had the impact that he should. Started out well, started out scoring goals. Everything was fine. They were beating teams. They were doing very well, and it just kind of hasn't been going their way lately. And it is a bit of a concern because they have spent a lot of money. And if he says they haven't spent a lot of money, that means they're going to spend a lot more money. And is that going to really help? Because Man City are also going to spend some money, and Man City are on fire right now. And they're doing so well, and they have made a new record for themselves. They beat their own record there. They have 18 wins in a row in the Premier League. The only person in the world with more than that is Bayern Munich with 19. So one more, they catch the record, and two more, they are in first place for that. But they are playing very well, and there is some concerns for Man City, like I said before, defending-wise. And even more concerned because Kompany now is off again, injured and limped off the field. Who knows how long he'll be gone this time, and he just recently came back. So now, you would think that Guardiola is going to go and try to buy some defenders. They really need it, especially because, that's it for Kompany. I don't see him returning to his best form, and even if he does return, he'll get injured again. He has been dealing with a lot of injuries lately in the past few years, and it doesn't seem like it's slowing down. It's getting worse and worse. So that's definitely a concern for City. But They are going to win the league, the Premier League this year, so I guess that's fine for them for now. But I don't think they will win the Champions League because of those defending spots they need to fill. And Man U as well. Man U have got to think about who they're going to bring in. They are going to spend some money, and they should. Why not? If you have the money to spend. Build your team up even more. You deserve it. Manchester United is a big club. They have to be winning trophies. So that's perfectly fine. I'm all for people spending more money to strengthen the teams. That's fine with me. Whatever you can do to make it more interesting and better. But anyways, Tottenham getting back in that top 5, top 4 spot, trying to get in the Champions League spot, and they played very well. And Harry Kane had a hat trick in the last game, and he's beat Alan Shearer's record of the most Premier League goals scored in a calendar year. So hats off to him. And on top of that, he is the top goal scorer in Europe for 2017. So you have to give credit where credit is due. Harry Kane has been performing excellent for the past few years, and seems like he's only getting better and better, which makes you wonder, will big clubs like Real Madrid come knocking? Because Real Madrid are missing a striker. Benzema is not performing well. Their forwards are not performing well. They definitely need some firing power up there. And I wouldn't doubt if they go after Kane. He's in fantastic form, and I don't see why he wouldn't continue that fantastic form in a team like Real Madrid. So we'll see. Will they be able to keep him? Like I said before, I think it all comes down to trophies. The amount of trophies that Tottenham can win. If Tottenham can win trophies, and they'll be able to pay him wages, I know they will. But the trophies is the key thing, because players like him, especially, I mean, look at that. He's beat Messi, Ronaldo, these guys to be the top goal scorer in 2017. So what does players like that want? Trophies. And if Tottenham cannot win trophies, I think that will be it for Kane. And Van Gaal has been coming in a lot of recent interviews, talking a lot of crazy stuff about Manchester United. He is bitter. Boy, is he bitter. And he's not holding back. He's looking for revenge, he said, in his own words. He wants to join the Premier League team. He wants to coach another Premier League team to be able to beat Manchester United, to get his revenge. And he's spoken multiple times about this now. So it'll be fun to see where he ends up and if he actually does go back to coaching. So we'll see what happens there. But it's really funny that he's that bitter and that upset that he's talking about revenge and this stuff. That's just something that I thought was funny. And Liverpool spent some big money bringing Virgil van Dijk to Liverpool to Anfield for £75 million, which is quite a bit, especially considering it's a defender. But today's market, that's really nothing. I mean, he has that record for being the most expensive defender. I mean, $75 million is a ton of money. But the way that people are throwing money out there these days really means nothing. So, it's not really surprising to me. And I'm pretty sure Liverpool are about to come across some major cash if they cash in on Coutinho. So that also helps. But Keita's coming in summertime as well. And now they have a now they have a good defender. And Keita's going to come in and help the team as well. And they will spend some more money. I guarantee you Liverpool will buy more players, especially in summertime. And so they're trying to come back up. I think they will get hurt a little bit with the Coutinho move, but it looks like they're on the right track to fill in the void and getting back to what the plan was and to win the Premier League or, at least a trophy. So that's good that they're buying players already, and I'm sure, like I said, they'll buy more in the summertime. And Keita, of course, is joining in the summer, but he is trying to push move back in January. He wants to move now. Of course he does. This is an exciting Liverpool team. Who doesn't want to play with these guys? that attacking four that they have up there is just fantastic, and it'll be really sad to see them all break up. But it can very well happen. And Arsenal, Thomas Rosicky has announced his retirement, so he is out of the picture. And with Ozil and Sanchez looking to be near and exit as well for free. Let me remind you, for free. It's not looking so well for Arsenal. I mean, Liverpool are going to lose key players, especially like Coutinho, but they're looking to buy players and bounce back, and they're already right on the right track for that. And Arsenal, I don't see it really for them, because right now the struggle is to get to make sure they get qualified for the Champions League next year, and they have to spend some big money to replace Ozil and Sanchez. Losing those two players means you're losing out on at least 100 million. You cannot tell me that Sanchez and Ozil aren't worth 50 million a pop. I mean, each one of them 50 million. There's no doubt about it. At least, especially in this market, they could be worth a lot more. And they're going to lose them for free. So not only they're going to lose on over 100 million, but they'll have to spend a lot of money to replace those two players. So it's just horrible for Arsenal. And I don't know what plans they have and what they're going to do, but it certainly doesn't seem like they're going to be doing anything better next season. And if they don't get into that Champions League spot, it's even going to be worse for them. So it'll be a complete nightmare. And I mean, that's pretty much it for Arsenal. And Chelsea won as well in the Boxing Day match, so that's good for them to stay in the top four. That top four race is what's really crucial right now. That title race is over, especially with all these teams tying and slipping points, and Man City just flying through. So, that's pretty much all that's going on in the Premier League. Let's get into some La Liga. In La Liga, we had Eibar beating Girona 4-1, Alaves beating Malaga 1-0, Real Athletic Club beating Real Betis 2-0, Espanyol beating Atletico Madrid 1-0, Barcelona beating Real Madrid 3-0, Villarreal beating Valencia 1-0, and Celta Vigo beating Deportivo 3-1. Table we have Barcelona in first with 45, Atletico Madrid in second with 36, and Valencia in third with 34, Real Madrid in fourth with 31, Sevilla in fifth with 29. Pretty close for that Champions League fight as well in La Liga, but Barcelona looked to be flying away with the title. And El Clasico this past weekend was absolutely crazy. Madrid playing fantastic in the first half. Looks like they're gonna score some goals, and everything just goes. They miss all the chances they had. Second half, everything goes wrong for them. Barcelona pick up the pace, play their game that they're known to play, and just absolutely dismantled Madrid. Suarez with the first goal, Messi with the second goal, Vidal with the third goal. Ronaldo not having a good day as he missed the ball, and there was a ball that came into 18, had a clear shot on goal, and just swing and a miss. It was just not his day, and Barcelona played fantastic. And you got to think, Barcelona was missing some key players like Dembele and some defender Umtiti, and it was Vermaelen and Piqué playing in the center backs. And that kind of, you would think that maybe since Vermaelen hasn't had as much playing time as he should, or whatever, that it would be tough for him to play in El Clasico, such a big match at the Bernabeu. I mean, this is a huge match. El Clasico, biggest match in the world, biggest rivalry in the world, and they played fantastic. They really did. Both goalkeepers played well. Ter Stegen had big saves. Navas had some big saves. It went great for Barcelona. 3-0 win, and now they're done with that title, basically. They're going away with it. I don't see them coming back. I don't see anyone coming back or catching, especially with Atletico Madrid and Valencia also slipping points. Atletico Madrid loses and Valencia does too over the weekend. So that means bye-bye for the title for them. Bye-bye for the chances. So Barcelona's gone with that. But there are some news. Atletico Madrid might be losing some key players January and summertime. January, Carrasco there's a good chance Carrasco is going to be leaving, and that'll be pretty sad to see if you're an Atletico fan, because he's a fantastic player. He really is. He's young. He has skills. He can finish. He can pass. He really has it all. He has pace. It'll be sad to see him leave, but he is probably going to leave, and he has the okay from the club to do so if he chooses to, which he probably will. But that move might come in January. And summertime, even worse for them, they're going to lose Griezmann. And Simeone has come out recently saying that he's okay with that, and he understands that he's probably going to leave Griezmann, and he's okay to leave in the summer. They are looking for replacements already, and we'll see who they end up with and how will he actually go. Rumors are he's going to Barcelona, and it looks like it very well may happen. Barcelona are looking to build that team up even more, with Dembele coming back, with Griezmann joining the team, Coutinho. If these guys all join, that'll be a tough Barcelona. I mean, it'll be tough for anybody to beat that Barcelona, let in La Liga and Champions League or anything. So that'll be really exciting to see. But we'll see. Like I said, the transfer window is right around the corner. You might not see as much going on in January as you will in the summer, but there will be some big names and big transfers going on. I will guarantee you that in January and summer. So that's pretty much it in La Liga. Let's get into some Serie A. Excuse me. In Serie A, we had Bologna beating Chievo Verona 3-2, Fiorentina beating Cagliari 1-0, Lazio beating Crotone 4-0, Genoa beating Benevento 1-0, Napoli beating Sampdoria 3-2, Sassuolo beating Inter 1-0, Spal tying Torino 2-2, Nice beating Hellas Verona 4-0, AC Milan, Atalanta beating AC Milan 2-0, and Juventus beating Roma 1-0. In the table, we have Napoli in first with 45, Juventus in second with 44, Inter in third with 40, Roma in fourth with 38, and Lazio in fifth with 36. Serie A, very exciting. And AC Milan continued their bad form, I think, over the weekend, but they did turn things around. Inter have been struggling lately. They slip points again. They lose over the weekend. And Napoli and Juventus take advantage, putting even a bigger gap between them and Inter. Napoli winning to stay in that first place. Juventus winning to keep that pressure right on Napoli. Inter losing to piss away their chance even more. And to make things worse, in the cup, Italian Cup, and the Derby, Milan Derby, AC Milan beat Inter Milan. So it's even looking worse for Inter at the moment. And the coach has come out and said it's the lack of confidence. The players are losing confidence. And it shows. It shows that they don't have the same confidence as they did about a month back. And I don't know what went wrong for them. But it's just, they were doing so well, and, But, they'll probably turn things around, and we'll see what happens. I mean, it's kind of weird to see how they're doing so well. They're in first place finally after so many years, and they're doing so well right on the track, and just lose, and now they're in third place with 5 points behind Napoli, who are in first. But that's pretty much it. And it does look like a confidence thing. I mean, they look mentally like they're not there and not focused anymore. But who knows what's going on behind the scenes. And that's pretty much it in Serie A. And we'll see if AC Milan can keep this Milan Derby win going into their next match. And hopefully it'll give them a boost a little bit, because I think Gattuso was already in trouble before this match. And this match might have saved him a little bit, because there are rumors that they're already talking to Mancini, the old Inter Milan and Man City coach, to bring in him to AC Milan. So I do think that the rumors probably aren't so far-fetched. I think they probably were in talks with him a little, as they were getting a little worried about Gattuso's form for losing over the weekend and the game before that as well. But I think with the win in the Milan Derby will probably earn them a little bit more cushion to give them more chance to build this team back up. We'll see what they do. But that's pretty much it in the Serie A. Bundesliga. In the Bundesliga, we had Borussia Gladbach beating Hamburg 3-1. FC Köln beating Wolfsburg 1-0. Bremen tying Mainz 2-2. Frankfurt tying Schalke 2-2. Augsburg tying Freiburg 3-3. Bayern Munich beating Stuttgart 1-0. Dortmund beating Hoffenheim 2-1. Hannover tying Bayern Leverkusen 4-4. And Berlin beating Leipzig 3-2. Table we have Bayern in first place with 41, Schalke in second with 30, Borussia Dortmund in third with 28, Bayern Leverkusen in fourth with 28, Leipzig in fifth with 28, third, fourth, fifth, all 28 points. And Schalke not too far ahead of them with 30 points, 2 points ahead. That Champions League fight in Bundesliga is very interesting as well. I mean, anyone can take it there. And let's go to sixth place. Borussia Gladbach, 28 points as well. Seventh place, Hoffenheim, 26 points. Frankfurt, eighth place, 26 points. Those are all very close. I mean, that top, was 8 teams, has an absolute chance to qualifying for a Champions League. Every game is going to be really close for them. So that's interesting to see. But Bayern already gone with the title. Done deal, already finished. Bayern are back in their top form, like I said. And they had a tough game against Leipzig, and they pulled through and won again. And just made the gap even bigger. But that's Dortmund for you. All right, that's Bayern for you. And Bayern might lose Vidal. Vidal is looking for an exit, and Conte, Chelsea's manager, is looking to bring him in. He wants that reunion with Vidal. He used to coach him in Juventus, and he's a big fan of the player. So you might see Vidal end up at Chelsea, maybe in January, maybe in summertime. But he does want to exit, and it'll be sad for him to leave, because he is a great player and he'll be missed at Bayern for sure. But I do think Bayern will be spending some money in the transfer windows, so it probably won't be that bad for them. And if they can keep their fine form that they are going, that'll be pretty exciting for them. But the coaching thing is kind of a concern. Are they going to keep the same coach? Is Tuchel going to come in instead? Or what's going to happen there? That's kind of interesting to see, and we'll see what happens. Dortmund finally win, and that's good news for Dortmund fans. Oh, excuse me. But they might be losing their main forward. They might be losing Pulisic and actually main forwards, Pulisic and Adebayor. So Adebayor might be going to Atletico Madrid if Griezmann lives to cover for him. And I mean, that's a big possibility. He might go, actually. They're going to spend some big money, obviously. They're going to get some big money off of Griezmann. So they might lose him. And Bayern Munich is looking at Pulisic, trying to bring him there. And that might happen as well. That's the thing with Bayern Munich. They always picking apart every team that's coming up in the Bundesliga. And it's happening again. It's very possible to happen. I mean, I see it happening probably in the summertime. I mean, Pulisic is a very good player, And Dortmund really do need him. So if they lose those two players, it'll just be horrible for Dortmund. I really hope that they can figure something out and already look for replacements just in case. But it does look like those two players might be leaving. Maybe not in January, but in summertime, I'm sure they will leave. Pretty sure they will leave. That's pretty much it in Bundesliga. Last but not least, we will go into some League One. Alright. League One, we had Nantes beating Amiens 1-0. Angers beating Dijon 2-1. Montpellier beating Bordeaux 2-0. Lugan beating Saint-Etienne 2-1. Lille tying Nice 1-1. Marseille beating Troyes 3-1. Metz beating Strasbourg 3-0. Monaco beating Rennes 2-1. PSG beating Caen 3-1. Lyon beating Toulouse 2-1. Table, PSG in first, of course, with 50. Monaco in second with 41. Lyon in third with 41. Marseille in fourth with 38. Nantes in fifth with 33. I mean, Lyon, Marseille, and Monaco, they're fighting for the Champions League spot, but that's about it. And League One, PSG's gone with the title. There's no one catching them. I mean, for good reasons. That front three is scary. And they're going to spend more money. They want to spend more money. They want to bring more midfielders in. They want to bring in a defender. They're looking for a better goalie. I mean, they're going to be spending so much money. This team has so much money that they can buy anybody. And they already have a scary enough team. But I guess you have to if you want to compete with everyone else in the Champions League. But they already won this league in League One, and that's done. They're fantastic and in fantastic form, and they continue their fantastic form. The front three continue their fantastic form. They're just incredible. Incredible to watch. Really fun to watch those players play. And that's pretty much it in League One. There's nothing else to say. PSG is way too strong for anything. And that's pretty much it for that. And again, let's not forget about the transfer window that's about to be open in a few days. And we're going to see some crazy transfers. I can't wait. We'll keep you all posted as well on all the transfers. We'll keep you all updated. Check on our social media. We'll have them all posted. Fast as that happens, we'll get it to you ASAP on our social media, on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter. Follow us at Futlife TV. And let's get into the Dive of the Week segment. For the Dive of the Week segment, we had Mkhitaryan for Manchester United against Burnley. There was a little challenge. I mean, it was nothing really. It was pretty bad. He was already going down. It really looked pathetic. But he got the call and he got the player booked. It really was. I mean, it sucks to see that. It really does. It was against Goodmanson, and a little challenge from Goodmanson. Mkhitaryan was already going down. He sold it very well, but it was a clear dive, and it's just horrible to see, and a very dangerous spot as well. So, and got the player booked, unfortunately. Dives are just horrible. I hate the diving. I really do. And it really is a shameful thing because you're just basically cheating. I hate it, and that's why we do the segment. So we can, maybe show how ridiculous it looks. Because it really does look ridiculous, especially when you see the replay and you see him already going down before anything is even made. And, I mean, he has had lately he has been very disappointing. Maybe that has something to do with him wanting to get anything he can to, whatever. But it was a horrible dive, and shame on you. That's our Dive of the Week segment. For keeping up with the Legend segment, we have the legendary Roberto Carlos. He was a Real Madrid legend, a Brazilian legend, probably the best left back ever, with a cannon for a leg. And his free kicks were one of the scariest ones around. I mean, just look up a highlight video of all his free kicks and his shots. They're just ridiculous from all types of crazy angles. crazy curves, just incredible player. After football, he tried managing. Let's keep in mind, this guy has 9 kids. So with 9 children, it's tough to do anything. But he did manage 4 teams in about less than 5 years, which is kind of crazy. But obviously, it didn't work out too much for him. He does do some stuff with Real Madrid and does charity matches and things like that. I'm sure he's going to coach more teams, but he's just he was a newly grandfather to a baby boy, so congratulations to him. And I'm sure he's still young, 44. I'm sure we'll see a lot more of him in coaching and, just multiple stuff to do with football. And absolutely sure he's going to start coaching again. So we'll see what he does next. But that's our legend. That's what he's up to nowadays. And he really is a legend. I mean, that guy had it all. He's like a Marcelo, but on steroids. And that's that. And that's pretty much it for our show. We did do a giveaway on Christmas, and we will do more on New Year's Day and New Year's Eve. And we'll have it on social media. We'll show you what we're giving away. It's pretty cool autographed pictures with certificates, and we'll also get more things to give away soon as well. So you have to follow us on social media and subscribe to our channel. Don't forget to do that. Social media on Instagram and Facebook, Futlife TV, and on Twitter at Futlife TV1. And hit this subscribe button. Doesn't cost anything, and you'll get an enjoyment, and you get all the news you want in the football world, in the top leagues, of course, and Champions League and World Cup. We did do a live video for El Clasico, and we'll be doing more of those for the big matches. We'll probably do one for PSG and Real Madrid and Chelsea and Barcelona. Those will be fun matches to do, and hopefully you'll have fun. You had fun in the last one, and hopefully you'll have fun in the next one. Again, we do have more giveaways, New Year's Eve and New Year's Day, so stay tuned and follow us. Thank you all for joining us again, and we will see you next time. Bye-bye.